Hello students. You're welcome to today's chemistry lesson. We'll be studying symbols, formula and equations part 2. In our previous class, we learned that chemical symbols represent elements using one or two letters, with the first letter written in capital and the second letter written in lowercase. For example, hydrogen is written as H and sodium is written as Na. We also learned that an empirical formula shows the simplest whole number ratio of atoms in a compound. In addition, we studied the law of conservation of mass, which states that the total mass before a chemical reaction is equal to the total mass after the reaction. For example, when calcium carbonate breaks down into calcium oxide and carbon dioxide, the total mass of the products is 100 grams, made up of 56 grams of calcium oxide and 44 grams of carbon dioxide. This shows that mass is conserved. Our lesson objective today is to explain the law of constant composition, describe the law of multiple proportions, and learn about chemical equations. Imagine a factory that produces fruit juice. Each type of juice tastes the same because the factory always uses the same amount of water and fruit concentrate, depending on the type of juice they want to make. If the amount changes, the taste will be different. Chemical substances behave the same way. The law of constant composition states that a pure chemical compound always contains the same elements combined in the same fixed ratio by mass, no matter where the compound is found or how it is prepared. For example, water is always made up of hydrogen and oxygen. Whether the water comes from rain, a river, or the laboratory, the ratio of hydrogen to oxygen is always the same. This proves the law of constant composition. You are doing great, keep it up. The law of multiple proportions states that when two elements combine to form more than one compound, the different masses of one element, that combine with a fixed mass of the other, are in simple whole number ratios. Some elements can combine with each other in more than one way to form different compounds. For example, copper and oxygen combine to form copper 1 oxide and copper 2 oxide. Iron and oxygen also combine to form iron 1 oxide and iron 3 oxide. Iron and chlorine combine to form iron 2 chloride and iron 3 chloride. Lead and sulfur also combine to form lead 1 sulfide and lead 2 sulfide. In each case, the same elements combine in different ratios to form different compounds. Our next objective is chemical equations. A chemical equation is a short way of writing a chemical reaction using symbols and formula. The substances that react are called reactants and are written on the left-hand side, while the substances formed are called products and are written on the right-hand side. This equation shows that magnesium reacts with hydrogen chloride to form magnesium chloride and hydrogen gas. The arrow shows the direction of the reaction, from reactants to products. This chemical equation shows the reaction between magnesium and hydrogen chloride. It means that 1 mole of magnesium reacts with 2 moles of hydrogen chloride. As a result of this reaction, 1 mole of magnesium, 2 moles of chlorine gas and 2 moles of hydrogen gas are formed. To check if the equation is correct, we count the atoms on both sides of the equation. On the left-hand side, there is 1 magnesium atom, 2 hydrogen atoms, and 2 chlorine atoms. On the right-hand side, there is also 1 magnesium atom, 2 chlorine atoms, and 2 hydrogen atoms. Since the number of each type of atom is the same on both sides, the equation is balanced. This process is called atom counting. Well done! You have completed this lesson successfully. Let's answer a few short questions to recap what you've learned. In today's lesson, we have explained the law of constant composition, which states that a pure chemical compound always contains the same elements in a fixed ratio. We also described the law of multiple proportions, which states that when two elements combine, they can form more than one compound. In addition, we learned about chemical equations, which are a way of writing chemical reactions using symbols. A chemical equation consists of reactants and products. In our next class, we will move on to a new topic, chemical combination. Thank you.